Live from Studio B in the Annenberg School at USC, this is the Talk of Troy, where we talk a big game but have even bigger opinions. TGIF, everyone, and we have a special show for you today. Consider this the All-Star Show, where we have, as these two have put it, it's the Random People episode. I'm Tate. I'm on Mondays, also sometimes Fridays, and I'm joined with two special guests, if you can introduce yourselves to the lovely audience.
Yes, I'm friend of the program, Anthony Bottino, an all-star show. I feel honored. to be considered an all-star.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't put it any other way.
You're too kind. You're too kind.
With the work on ATVN and Sports Scene. Go check it out. Plug.
I was going to say, that's big dog right there. Friend of the program and former EP. My name is Ethan. For those of you who may remember, I was on the show from spring 23 till spring 25, but I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you forgot that because those videos are gone now. Because this is a new YouTube channel for Tragedy. I know, Tate was talking about it was a Thanos snap, except it wasn't half the videos, it was all the videos.
All of them.
But yeah, I'm back. I had to come see the new setup for myself.
Dude, and now you're in an episode.
I know. That wasn't the intention. I kind of just walked in and they were like, and Tony was like, "Hey, you want to be a part of this?" I said, "Yeah, sure. Why not?"
Dude, all-star show. This is more like the Unk show. Like I'm about to be out of here. Like I'm feeling. Then you're here. You're back. This is the unction. This is the unction.
This is the unction. It's literally the past, present, and future.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I like that. That is very. That just clicks. So speaking about the past, present, and future, the future of the NFL, the Combine. Anybody been looking into that?
Well, yeah, but I think
a little bit here and there, here and there.
I don't know. I feel like we do. No, I do care, Tony. I do think that the dynamic behind the NFL Combine has definitely shifted in the last 5 to 10 years, especially since the pandemic, which also aligned with a lot of, college football players and college athletes in general staying longer in the sport. Because I think a lot of it was, if you have these players, these young men who are, for some would still consider kids, they're 20, 21 years old, coming out, there's not a lot known about them. They put tape on the field, but there's not still a whole lot. But now you have people that are like 23, 24 coming out to play. You know what they're about.
Got the older guys now.
Yeah, you know what they're about. And so they still have something to prove on the Combine. But I think that's one of the reasons as to why the dynamic has really shifted, because just the average age of participants has changed, I think. It's gone up a little bit. I think that would level out eventually. But for right now, we're still seeing the aftermath of that.
Yeah, I think you are completely spot on. I think it separates the younger talent from the much older talent. Like, you see some people who are young, their draft age is much lower than, like, the average, draft applicant pool. I think that really sets them apart. This can be seen in, like, the NBA as well, where, like, you see, like, 19-year-olds who are, like, the next
I still think that's crazy that we got 19-year-olds getting drafted out of 1 year of college for NBA. But that's a whole other story.
I know.
That's a whole different sport.
Yeah, it's so interesting that you say, you say much older or much younger, when in reality it's like 21 versus 24 isn't really a difference. As a matter of fact, when you draft somebody, there is a difference, especially when you have X amount more years of college football.
Right.
But in terms of career-wise,
development,
it is probably a 2-year difference max. But in a league where the average lifespan of a career is 3-4 years, it really doesn't make that much of a difference, to be honest.
That's true.
I just think I've always been.
Yeah, well, in some sports, I feel like that 2-year age difference can be huge. But I guess in football, when it's it's such a short career span, it's not really that big of a difference. And the training is just so different.
I think it actually favors the older players, whereas in basketball, for example, like in the NBA, you have a lot of players some players that are older. I think it's more advantageous for older players in college football going to the NFL than it is for college basketball players going to the NBA, because your body is more pro ready. You've spent more years theoretically in the collegiate level playing at a high level.
Right. I mean, these collegiate football programs are like normal football NFL programs at this point. The resources they have, even at this school are crazy.
Nobody's talking about it.
These D1 programs are ridiculous. It's probably not. in my mind, I'd have to imagine basketball's not that same level.
In certain programs there are, but it's just, I mean, dude, some of these people play in 100,000 seat stadiums. Those are bigger than most of the NFL stadiums. So,
oh yeah, Texas
like,
A&M.
those like some of the biggest stadiums in the world are in the United States, and they're college football
And
stadiums.
it's Michigan.
It's the big house, yeah.
Big house, yeah.
So, I just think that the dynamic has changed, and I also feel like people are valuing the combine a little less because I think people are starting to become aware of. Not that the combine's not a scam, and it's not.
People are realizing that athletic ability doesn't always translate to pure football skill.
Well, and I think it's also an accessibility thing because even 10 years ago, the combine was a set of days or a weekend that everybody marked on their calendars because if you didn't watch these guys during the college football season during their careers, this was your one chance to see them before they got drafted. Because, you wouldn't broadcast pro days. The college football world wasn't nearly as accessible for people to watch. You saw the 25 best programs play at some point during the year, and then that was it. So anybody that wasn't on those teams or you didn't see often, the combine was where they proved it. But now with so much more accessibility, the combine, I feel as though it isn't as necessary. You can go on Twitter and see somebody's highlight and pull up their highlight tapes. You could turn on the tape so much easier now with these players that the combine, I think, isn't as much make or break, or at least I think it shouldn't be because you can just watch their tape somewhere else.
And now you also just got guys not even going to the combine.
Yeah, that's another part of it. I think. Well, I think for the players, I think that's from the fans or consumers' perspective, what I just mentioned. But for the players, I think it's a trend. But I think it's also they're realizing that it is risky. There's still a lot of people that do value. There's still a lot of people that value the combine that players might think value it too much, and so in their mind they're thinking, why would I want to do this and run the risk of tanking my draft stock? We talked about this last year when it was it Shedeur Sanders who didn't throw at the combine? It might have been Shedeur who didn't throw at the combine and only threw at his pro day. And I remember saying, that makes sense, especially in the case of Shedeur, for example, where he's a very polarizing guy. You don't want to give anybody ammunition to continue to just shade you. But you got to think about it. What if it does go well? Like, what if you talked about this in the production meeting, Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Now that wasn't at the combine, that was at the pro day, but just in general because of the exposure. One throw got Zach Wilson picked second overall. Like, what if it go I understand the risk and I'm like, I get it. I understand the risk assessment. It's like, what if it doesn't go well or what if it doesn't meet expectations? But what if it does better?
So I have a question for you guys because you're talking a lot about the aspect of the combine. Mm-hmm. Do you think it is detrimental to you broke my concentration, Tony. Do you think it's detrimental to a player's draft stock and just overall to the draft itself to have these combines, to have these pro days, to produce these kind of inflated and almost fabricated performances? You look at like Arvell Reese, who everyone's looking at how he's hitting corners, and they're like, that's AI. Is it though? Like, with all the AI stuff coming out.
That's AI.
With all the AI stuff coming out, they're like, oh, that's sped up, So with all this combine stuff, with how much, players are just testing their limits and just proving like, wow, this guy is like a, freak of nature, but you could look at like their actual like tape and you could see something similar. Do you think the combine is overall negative? Do we even need it anymore?
You go first.
I don't think it's negative. That's kind of a two-parter that I have different answers to. I don't think it's negative, but I think you still keep it. It's not like you need to get away with it. It's just because you still get some good stats out of it. I think you still can find some hidden gems, but like in the long run, like at this point, you kind of know what people all are about at this point. Like we saw Sonny Styles have an amazing combine so far this year. But in the grand scheme of things, how how much is that really going to affect his draft stock? You know, I mean, because I don't think it's not hurting him, so it's not a negative, but it's just like, is it really doing much for him? And I don't think you need to get rid of it because I think it's a cool thing to see. I think it's fun. I think you can learn more about some guys, but it just doesn't really, in my opinion, add too much. But I don't think it's like a bad thing. It's not like people should be like, oh, we just need to get rid of the combine. Because it doesn't inherently hurt too much, I think.
I think the combine the value of it is entirely subjective based on what caliber of player is going there. Like if you look at like Caleb Downs, for example, he's already projected to be number 2 to the Jets, probably. Or like Fernando Mendoza. He's been the number 1 pick on everybody's board for like months now. But if you look at like a guy like Sonny Styles, for example, where the conversation about Ohio State defensive players was always Caleb Downs, Arvell Reese, then Sonny Styles. Now, after his performance, he's right there with them. You would argue it used to be 1, 2, 3. Now it's a little bit murky, or 1A, B, C, like because of how well they all performed. So some of these players have so much to gain from combine performances. Now, whether that's should be the case is up for debate, but that's still just what it is. What it is. So I do think that it's actually a positive for certain players because even if you take the combine results with a grain of salt. They're not playing with pads. It's not a game scenario. It's just drills. And again, once again, they're not even in full uniform, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. But some of these players can jump off the screen enough to where then scouts go and look at their tape. So I think it's a good launch pad for a lot of these guys who just didn't get enough exposure during the year. Like I said, even though accessibility is higher in college football now, there are still players every year that go under the radar, whether it's because they're not playing in the Big Ten or the SEC, or they came in halfway through the season for an injured player. Regardless, there's a lot of players that fly under the radar until Combine Week, and then they jump off the screen. So in that regard, I think it's a net positive, really. But for other players, like, you want to do it maybe because you want to just check that box. But I get why some players opt out of it because they don't feel like they have anything to lose.
They don't have much.
Or they don't have anything to gain. Yeah. They don't have a whole lot to gain, and it's not worth, honestly, their energy.
I mean, look at what a few years ago, I think it was Andrew Voorhees at USC got injured at the combine.
Yeah.
And that definitely tanked his stock. I mean, he's still playing, he's still doing solid, but I mean, he definitely could have got taken a lot higher. And like, I mean, who knows? Like, someone could get injured and at the combine and just totally mess up their career.
Yeah, I think what you said earlier, Ethan, was pretty well said about how it's kind of like an even playing field to show your skills or stuff like that. I think there are a lot of like red herrings in the combine, but then again, that's just like every single drafting situation. Like, I think if I recall correctly, Jackson Dart had like a pretty interesting combine or pro day, and people were like iffy on him. And I think Tyler Shuck was another one where they were like, you would choose him over Shadur. Like, it raised a lot of questions, and now he's like rookie of the year. What did he
Tyler Shuck did not win rookie of the year.
Tyler Shuck, he won I don't know
what he won.
He won something. He won like offensive.
Well, the fact that he played solid this year was
unfathomable.
Was impressive because again, he was one of the oldest prospects, if not the oldest prospect. Was dealing with injuries, and that was the main. It wasn't even his play that was like, really. That was why people looked like raised an eyebrow at that pick. But
he got drafted, and people were like, "Who's that?"
Oh, ball knowers knew who he
was. Ball knowers knew who he was. But a lot of casuals had no idea who that guy was.
Yeah. So I just think the combine. Somebody also described it as
sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
he did win rookie of the year.
He did.
Yes.
Shuck won rookie of the year.
Tyler Shuck was named the 2025 Pepsi Zero Sugar NFL Rookie of the Year. Right? Like, no one saw that coming.
No one saw that coming. I totally forgot about that.
It's because the Saints weren't good this year, dude.
Saints weren't good this year.
The Saints weren't talked about the entire year.
They just went out there and had fun. Like, that's the matter of it. But
yeah,
I think also another part of the combine that it's not the primary reason for it, but it can't be overlooked. It's right before the new league year every year. And that's when everybody gets all of their rumors. It's gossip hour for the NFL. All the GMs go up, all the coaches go up, and they get asked very specific questions about certain players or certain positions, and they give very gray answers, and then that gives the media the perfect opportunity to, not be wrong about something, even if they're not right about something. Stay with me now.
Now, I'm not saying this.
They're not wrong.
Probably.
They're not wrong, but not because they're right. Stay with me now. So that's also a part of it. It's not the main reason, and that's not the drive. It shouldn't be the driving point of this conversation, but that can't be lost on why the combine still, can't just go away.
Yeah, that is a good take. I mean, I think the combine shows a lot of like athleticism where I see some guy who's like 21 and it is the most insane like player comp where you see coaches be like, yeah, the wide receiver, he's like a Ferrari. He's got the hands of like a panther. He's so quick off like the cut. And then they'll like compare it to like lineman, and it's like this guy will like pick up a bus, rip it in two. He'll run through a brick wall. He'll like the player comps are crazy, and to see
They're,
them
like,
in action,
ridiculous.
yeah, it's so fun. It's a fun thing to watch and be like, oh my god. What are they putting in the Wheaties nowadays?
Oh my gosh!
Isn't
he can rip a bus apart?
Isn't it so fascinating when you see like somebody your age and you're like, this person could like rip me in half?
Dude, I don't
it's like what who are you? Like I always like I say that positively, by the way. I just think it's so cool. I'm like these guys are some of the best athletes on the planet, and they're just like casually, just all in Indianapolis.
It like recently dawned on me that I'm the same age as people at the combine.
Dude, I'm older than some people at the combine.
This is why it's the Unk Sesh right
the
now.
unction, dude.
Don't look up how old Victor Wembanyama is either. It's also very
He's 20.
He's
isn't he?
22.
Yep.
He's 22.
Oh, he's 22.
He's got me on that one.
Oh yeah, because it's year
Not
3.
there
It's
yet.
year 3 of Wemby ball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Year 3 of your GOAT.
Hey man, I have the blanket. I have the giant Wemby blanket. I have a blanket, dude. Again,
Love that blanket.
Lost media. Tony got me a gift. There's a throwback. Tony got me a gift of a send-off gift last year, and it was a giant. I'm dead serious. Like it's probably almost the size of this table. A blanket of a Victor Wembanyama jersey. That's the blanket.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
It's fire. I use it. I put it on my couch whenever I'm like laying over there because it's literally the length of my couch.
It's goated.
It's
literally
iconic.
Wemby.
Yeah. DPOY loading and MVP.
Hey, God willing, he doesn't miss any more games.
I kind of adopted your take, Ethan, about like how good this man is going to be, and I said that if he stays healthy for the next 10 years, he's winning DPOY.
Dude, he's got
1000%.
Brian Windhorst booking hotels in San Antonio in June this far in advance, dude. Like, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about Indianapolis, Indiana, specifically superstar athletes in Indianapolis, Indiana. More specifically, USC Trojan alums, superstar
there's
athletes
a lot of them
at
this year. There's
Indianapolis,
7 of them
Indiana.
there.
7.
There's 7 Trojans there this year.
Count them. 7.
7.
I didn't even know that.
So, okay, let's talk about the big hitters first.
Heavy hitters.
The heavy
if you
hitters,
will.
if you will. The heavy hitters.
The heavy hitters. Combination. Mackay Lemon.
My goat.
I don't know if anybody saw this,
Bolitnikov winner, yes.
but he had I don't know what to call it, like a presser this morning.
He's just aura farming. Don't even.
And
worry about it.
he was literally staring the camera down.
I used to do that.
He was like-
I used to do that in the studio.
It's like, oh well, who do you mimic your game after? Who do you like look up to? And he's like, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I love him.
Dude,
He's
y'all
great.
should
He's
have seen.
amazing."
So Mackay Lemon doesn't do a whole lot of interviews, obviously, but and I'm not saying this like I know him personally, but
Good friends.
like
good
you
friends.
should have like when USC released that Bolitnikov hype video for when he won it. Like he had the same energy, and I mean that in a
He
positive
did.
way. I don't
He
mean
did.
that. I don't mean that as a diss. I mean that as a positive thing. So if you had seen that video, you would. This should not at all have surprised you. But like I said, he doesn't do a whole lot of media like interviews prior to this event, which is also again put your personality on the radar for good or for worse. I think this was a good one though.
This was a good
Yeah.
one.
It doesn't
He
hurt
gets the
him.
attention. No, but like that's another part of the combine. It shows you can put yourself on the map with your physical performance as well as teams getting to know you. So, but yeah, that was kind of funny.
You seen that clip where Riley told him he won the Blindikoff, and he was like,
He's just against the wall.
He
Yeah,
was like, "Hey, Mackay, you won the award," and he's like, "Oh, nice."
yeah, like
It's like the
he's very
most like
nonchalant.
uneventful,
He's
like
nonchalant.
anticlimactic thing ever.
No, so you can view it a couple different ways. You can view it as, oh, he's so, nonchalant or whatever. Or, you could, glass half full thinkers might view it like, act like you've been there. Act like you're supposed to get that. So whoever drafts Mackay Lemon is going to get a great wide receiver who I think could maybe not be a wide receiver 1 off the rip, but you can definitely plug him. You can definitely plug him in and like, if you run 11 personnel, you need 3 receivers out there. He can definitely be out there day one.
Oh yeah.
I definitely think
well,
he's
he
also
can make,
rookie
He
to
can make some
take.
catches.
Mm-hmm.
he would have a better season than like Tez Johnson. Like
Oh,
if you put him in the
totally.
slot, like he just bang.
No,
bang,
Lemon's
bang.
gonna be I think Lemon's.
I don't think you put
Lemon
Lemon in the slot though.
Where do you put him?
I feel like you could put him on the outside.
Well,
Dude,
actually,
depends who
it
he's with.
depends on the team.
Well, if you want to
Yeah.
use it, if he said he models his game after Amon-Ra St. Brown, if teams are listening to that, I mean, and you turn the tape on, that seems about right, to be honest. Then yeah, you probably use him more in the slot, but I think he's dynamic enough. I think you saw enough on tape, especially this past season, where you can experiment with making him a wide receiver 2.
Oh yeah.
And putting him
Yeah.
out there as instead, like obviously you probably want to keep him as a slot, but
I want to see what he can do at the pro level before I decide on that though.
I think he can do anything.
I'd want to start.
I really think he can do anything.
I'd want to start with him at slot, and I need to see a little more, see exactly what he can do against the pro defenses.
Yeah, he's also projected to be a Saint, and I think having Chris Olave and
And Lemon.
Yeah, but
would
you don't
be-
know. You don't know what Chris Olave's availability is going to be with his.
oh
his
yeah,
injury
you're so
history.
right. Hospital
So
You don't know if Chris
so
Olave
you
is
you,
going to be
you
on
don't
the
you just don't know.
Saints.
You can't guarantee with that. But they have offensive rookie of the year quarterback. So allegedly, I was
Supposedly.
I was
looking right at it.
I was
Supposedly.
just made aware. No, that I feel like that checks out. I
That checks out.
I was unfamiliar with his game clearly.
I think everybody.
no one watched the
anything.
Saints.
Yeah, no one watching the Saints.
Dude, they just went out there and had fun.
Nobody's talking about the Saints.
No, actually, no, that's a lie. I did watch the Saints because the Niners beat them in week 2.
There you
Who
go.
was playing? Spencer Rattler.
It was Spencer Rattler.
Yeah.
There you go.
Talking about a more iffy kind of like trepidatious
Trepidation.
Whatever that means.
receiver on the USC side, Jacoby Lane.
Can't guard Jack.
Can't
Can't
guard Jack
guard Jack.
on X.
Tony's favorite player ever.
My goat.
Is this true, Tony?
Oh yeah, he actually, dude. Like as a transfer student coming into USC, not knowing a lot about USC football, what it means to like be a fan of it. Jacoby just looked so good and unguardable out there that he just boom,
Dude, that's why
instant
it's
favorite
his
player,
username, man.
Can't guard.
and
Can't guard.
he was just so cool.
Yeah, you want to talk about catches? You want to talk about great catches?
He's got some good catches.
He has
Are you not entertained?
he has the catch versus
Georgia
Southern
Where he goes like,
is probably the best catch I've seen. Like,
live? Or just
well, I mean,
video?
I wasn't at the game in person, but like I watched it. I watched it. Yeah, dude, come on.
Come on, remember this uncle
Sorry,
right?
sorry.
I watched.
Remember the
I watched.
Junior.
Hey, I watched the Caleb Williams Heisman year in person.
Yeah,
so
that was special.
That beats me.
That was
trade that.
special.
And last time we hit double-digit wins in a season.
True.
But that catch was insane. That was absurd. Like, I don't care who you're playing, being able to make that catch at this level is,
Yeah, no,
is
that was
absolutely
that was
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
You say iffy. I actually think Jacoby Lane has a more defined role going to the next level.
Bring him to the
compared
Niners.
Mackay Lemon, which is that
His-
that's your deep threat receiver right there.
The overall
He can be-
thought of him is more promising.
I
feel
think.
like.
Well, no.
The
So,
concept.
well, no. So
of
it's
Jacoby
no.
Lane.
It's give and take. It's give and take. And what I mean by that is that Jacoby Lane, what he's shown you on tape as the resident deep threat most often for USC this past season,
In the
is that
end
he
zone,
can
too.
just go up and get it. He's a contested specialist. He can just go up and get the football.
True.
And that can serve a lot of good for a lot of NFL teams.
I would argue that he's maybe the best 50-50 ball guy
In the country,
draft.
Probably. I wouldn't be. That's not.
I don't
That's
hate
not.
that. I don't hate that
that's
at
not
all.
ridiculous.
That's
That's
not
not ridiculous to say that.
That's not ridiculous. So the give is that maybe he's not as dynamic as a receiver as Mackay Lemon potentially, but the take is that he has that defined. You know what he's going to be at the next. If he's going to be a great wide receiver at the next level, which I think it's very possible, and I think he can definitely reach a certain level of stardom at the on Sundays. you know what role that's going to be should he reach that level. It's going to be a deep threat. He doesn't play like Alec Pierce on the Colts, but think of Alec Pierce. He's a deep threat receiver. He goes and gets that football. I think Jacoby Lane isn't maybe as fast as Pierce, but not. That's hard to say that you're faster than Alec Pierce. But as a trade-off, he's a better contested specialist. But I view like just throw and go get it, and he'll go get it.
Yeah. Okay. We know his skills on the field. I talked a little bit about this with Jonathan on Monday. The issue with his draft stock is also tied to his recent, I guess, locker room issues.
That's ridiculous.
That's not on him,
I don't
though.
think
That's
that's what I
not
was saying
him.
to Jonathan. I
That's
was wondering
ridiculous.
if you agree. Do you
They just
think,
they just
No.
connect anything at this point. Because
That-
if you read into it, he got his stuff stolen.
Yeah. The
Why is that
entire-
his fault?
If that's hurting anybody, it should be hurting the recruit that took his stuff. He should leave.
He did. I think he cleared his Instagram.
Yep.
What about the time he sat out with Mackay Lemon?
It happens. Well, that doesn't happen to everybody, but I don't know, dude. I alluded to it earlier. Again, when you play at a large program, you are held to a higher standard because a lot more eyes are on you. But dude, people make mistakes.
Mm.
I don't even know what they sat out for. Do we know what that was for?
It
They
was-
kept it kind of.
It was under wraps because they asked Lincoln afterwards, but people on were
Okay, so
talking-
okay,
And they were
so,
like, he.
okay, so
they were
nobody-
like he broke team
Conduct.
conduct or something
Okay,
like that.
so they're not going public with it, which is fine. I actually respect that. You keep that's a private team matter. But dude, they stepped right in. Mackay especially, they stepped right in and immediately contributed. I
we
don't
were
know.
losing. We were losing that game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's true.
if anything,
It was
that
also
raised,
the last game in the season.
if anything, that also raised their stock because again, it showed with/without.
That is a good point.
Like
Yeah.
I understand why people might because I did say it happens, which is true, but that doesn't happen to everybody. This isn't a common thing to occur, especially with top NFL players or prospective players. But dude, watch the tape from the rest of the game when they got in, and you'll see exactly why that incident should not be any cause for concern. It's a one-off. You haven't seen any other issues.
Oh, totally.
You haven't seen-
Little Chris and Jude saying, "What's up, Ethan?"
Oh, what's up, guys? You wouldn't see this isn't a recurring thing. If it was a recurring thing, yes, let's raise an eyebrow at that. That led to a reduction of reps. But I haven't seen anything else that leads me to believe that this should be a concern. It's grabbing at straws.
Yeah. It's just interesting because a lot of GMs across multiple sports.
These players, okay, I'm not
Jacoby's a big personality.
The line.
yeah, a lot of players
line-
are expressive.
The line, yes, that is true.
Jacoby's got a
but
big personality.
But the line that players GMs draw for stuff like that is so arbitrary. It's so arbitrary. Look, you just have to go look at the history. You go back because you've been following the NFL since what, the mid 2010s, early 2010s.
Oh yeah.
You go back in that history of the NFL and you take a look at all the arbitrary players who were polarizing or problematic that didn't get on teams versus the players that got more chances than they probably should have, despite the fact that they had character issues. Look at Johnny Manziel.
Yep,
The man
Johnny Football.
the man went 22nd overall, and he had, no disrespect, he had a partying issue. He had this is not a secret.
That's just a fact.
This is not a secret.
It's not an issue. Might be if you've seen the documentary. It's a good documentary.
It's an issue. No, it was an issue. It should have been, but the man still went 22nd overall. Shador Sanders had an attitude issue, and he slid all the way to day 3.
Yeah.
Now, the underlying incentive for that is probably varies, but my point still stands. Jacoby Lane and Mackay Lemon being, Mackay Lemon's not necessarily the most expressive guy, but any of this grabbing at straws for, potential conduct, red flags, I think is ridiculous because the GMs and owners of these teams in the NFL already have such arbitrary. Look at Deshaun Watson.
oh Lord.
whoa.
Let's not
Whoa.
that is look from distance.
I mean,
Oh, no, I'm not getting into specifics, but there's a prime example. The Cleveland Browns gave him one of the richest contracts ever,
Oh yeah.
and he is not a good person. He's a bad person. That's yeah. So you want like the audacity of some of these GMs to talk about potential conduct red flags when they do stuff like that is kind of just beyond me.
Yeah. Also, what they kind of overlook during the season. I think there's a lot of
Bingo.
Things,
Yep.
There's a lot of things where players do stuff and they're going like, how can we progress beyond this?
How
Yeah.
can we slide this under the
I think it's also, you kind of you keep you try to mark this as a flag or red flag because these guys understandably haven't proven anything on Sundays yet. You don't know what they're going to look like on Sundays. So if they have conduct issues and they don't pan out, that's a double whammy for whoever drafts them. But, I'm confident that these two are going to pan out in the NFL, and I'm even more confident that they do not have conduct issues.
Yeah. And honestly, some expressive players are just,
Oh, God
better.
forbid, God forbid
Like-
people be confident. Oh,
like,
my goodness.
if you
God
try-
forbid you got
You
personality.
try me with
right?
a sorry receiver like Crabtree, that's the result you're going to get.
One of the greatest
Like,
defensive backs of the 2010s, and yeah, he got a little loud on a post-game interview. Like
Marshawn Lynch too.
yeah. And look at him.
one of the
he's-
greatest running backs of the 2010s.
Marshawn
yeah.
Lynch is in movies. He's at the sports desk before shows. Like,
He was telling Alyssa Liu to go get that gold.
yeah,
He
that's
was telling us
awesome.
to get the gold.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that the conversation about conduct issues is so arbitrary and selective that the conversation itself usually when it's brought up is pretty ridiculous.
Okay, well, drama is, fascinating, especially just in any sport. What about drama from player to player? Let's look at Clint Capella and DeAndre Ayton. So,
Well, before we go to that, do we want to talk about what happened to the Lakers as to why this is even a bigger deal than it already is?
yeah.
A lot's happened. To
A
the
lot has
Lakers.
happened.
A lot has happened to the Lakers.
It's like 5-year echo chamber just like happened when you said that. Like, what's that one movie where like you put the hand on the head and then it's just like you see everything? What is it?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you got that third eye awakening?
Yeah, that's literally what just happened.
The book of what's it?
Yeah.
Oh, don't ask me.
I
I watched
Wait,
that video.
Dormammu's the villain.
I watched that.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Exactly.
I watched that-
That's the Lakers.
Palinka, I've come to bargain.
I watched
Please.
that movie when it came out, and I haven't seen it since. Don't ask me about no references, bro. I just bro, you got gamed by Rolls Royce O'Neal in 2026. No disrespect to Royce O'Neal, brother. I remember those Utah Jazz days, but I mean, it was a great shot. He was
so
shot.
open.
Brooklyn
that
Nets
anybody. I mean, if you were in a 2K rec game, the guy who was 60 overall would have hit that shot. That was the most open shot on planet Earth. I swear. I don't know what happened. The perimeter came down, and that's just the Lakers being as dysfunctional as they have been.
Getting Royce O'Neal, I can't even say it. Royce O'Neal hitting a game winner on you is
So
one
baffling,
thing.
can't even say it.
No. That's not the baffling part. The baffling part is that the Lakers were even in that situation in the first place because there was no Devin Booker, there is no Dylan Brooks, and the Lakers still lost. Third in a row.
JJ Redick went to go say, every loss on our team is the loudest of the season.
Because we're the Lakers.
Wait,
I saw that interview.
Yeah, that's a lot of LA sport
Okay, like
franchises.
sucks to
but,
suck.
Like,
Like you're in LA, you're on one of the like
Nobody
You're
asked
the
him to
coach-
take that job.
You're the coach of one of the biggest teams in the entire world. Like you know what you're getting
It's the
into.
Real Madrid of basketball.
Exactly. You know
I
you're
agree.
getting yourself into. You know you're gonna have the biggest pressure out of anybody in the league. Like suck it up, own it, make the team better. For that matter, they can't play defense. That's why they keep losing.
He's like, that being said.
That being said, they can't play defense. Why don't you get on the court and learn how to play some defense?
So, yeah, it's just the team isn't built well.
No.
And I know we don't know. Nobody knows what LeBron James is going to do after this season's over. Like,
please leave.
it's
Wow.
I've
He's
never
taking up so much cap space. He's taking up all the money that we could be spending on so many other players.
Okay, but like the Lakers have a history. Like if you look outside, if you look up from 50,000 feet, from the end of the Kobe years to now, like what other marquee signings have you guys made aside from LeBron James and Anthony Davis? Like I feel like every
Signings?
free agent signings, like using that money,
like worthwhile or just like
no,
big
that's what I'm
name?
saying.
Because we have a bunch of big names, not worthwhile.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Dude, I'll never forget. Dude, you guys.
Russell Westbrook?
You guys paid Timofey Mozgov. I will never forget that.
Mozgov!
I will never forget that. Where's Jack Hallinan? Cleveland Cavaliers fan Jack Hallinan.
We paid Alex Len going into the playoffs last year.
I remember that as well.
Alex Len!
You paid Carmelo Anthony. You paid, which honestly that wasn't ridiculous, but like you paid Swaggy P.
Dwight Howard paid off. That was one I can't really, hate on too
for
much.
1 year with a sweep exit in the first round of the playoffs. Oh, the second time.
Part 2.
The sequel. Yeah.
No, before we got smoked in the playoffs.
No.
Or no.
I'm talking about the first time Dwight Howard was on the Lakers.
Yes.
Back with Kobe.
Yes.
When they got swept by the Spurs round 1.
Yes, no. I'm talking about the second.
The sequel.
Yes, the sequel.
Yeah, the Dwight Howard one panned out, but like, what you can count on one hand how many worthwhile signings the Lakers have made in free agency with all that cap space. Everybody always talks about like.
Well, we're big name gimmick. That's our thing. Like,
That is true.
Like,
the big name gimmick's not working out right now.
no, our big name gimmick from last offseason was DeAndre Ayton, and he's so bad.
Let's talk about it.
I feel like, can I be so honest?
Tell me more.
Everyone should have seen that coming.
Yes! Yes, the first 2 games are the obvious, we did it. We're going all the way. We have someone who can contest against Jokic.
Did you guys got smoked by
No.
Stephen
No.
Curry and friends on opening
No.
night, dude? Like, and you guys are lucky that most of the national media didn't even get to watch that full game because it was blacked out because Thunder Rockets went to double OT that night. Like, I didn't even get to watch most of that.
Thank you, NBA TV scheduling.
NBA and NBC, baby. Let's talk about DeAndre Ayton because the man put up 2 points and 4 boards last night. What was his plus minus? It was like minus
24, I think.
Yeah. So,
Something
which
like
the
that.
timing of this couldn't have been any worse for him because he was just talking. We were just talking about this. He's saying they were trying to make him into a Clint Capella type figure, which
He ain't no Clint.
Clint Capella's not putting up 2 points, 4 boards even in 2026. I know you give him that many minutes, he's doing more than that. So just not a great look for him. And then Clint Capella actually responded
On his Instagram.
on his Instagram story this morning or today.
Dude, the responding is crazy.
He said something along the lines of, "You have the two of the
I'll
best
pull it up
floor
right now.
generals on your team. Lock in," or something along the lines of that. And this came off after Clint Capella
We don't
had
even
a
got a
better
point
game.
guard, dog.
He had more blocks, and he went coast to coast and dunked on, I think it was the Magic. Did they play the Magic?
That sounds about right.
Orlando Magic.
Yeah, they played the Magic last night.
Orlando Magic. Yeah, they suck.
Oh.
Yeah, that's so sad. Like, the crunk juice. What are you putting in it?
Dude, the crunk juice is crazy.
So the ironic
They're putting pesticides in the crunk juice because what is happening?
Well, the fact that they're even giving him a water bottle that says crunk juice to go beast mode or whatever it says is
Mike's
absurd.
special stuff. Mike's special stuff.
So the ironic part about all of this is, so DeAndre Ayton said, quote, "They're trying to make me Clint Capella." And then he went on to say, "I'm not no Clint Capella." This was all after the Lakers lost to the Orlando Magic on Tuesday. So then he goes and puts up 2 points and 4 boards in Phoenix. And then the Rockets play the Magic last night, same night as the Lakers play the Suns. And Clint Capella gets 2 blocks in 1 defensive possession. That was like a big highlight from the Rockets game. He had 2 blocks in 1 defensive possession. And then he went down, I think he dunked the ball, Tony, like right after that on that same drive, right? Something like that.
Yep, on his head.
So already in that one sequence, he matched the impact of DeAndre Ayton, arguably, right there.
I think he
So-
jumped right above it.
Oh, you above
So
it.
I just like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm not one to talk because I got Porzingis on my team right now, and
Tingus Pingus?
the brother's not even playing consistently, and I can't knock him for it.
I've
You
never
gotta-
heard
you
of Lativia.
You you have to take it with a grain of salt because he's dealing with serious injuries and health concerns. But
I just don't know why you made that trade.
But at least there's
And
an
then John-
actual upside to Tingus. Like, dominating. He hasn't been dominating since the lob in Los Angeles.
Has dominating ever dominated?
yeah, and that
No.
when they beat the
Maybe when
they
he-
beat the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals.
Maybe when he was on the Suns
one
when
time.
they didn't suck. And that was like, like first what he was doing. He was.
That's like unheard of.
I think if the Suns had kept that finals run team together, eventually Chris Paul gets old and retires, obviously, but if they keep more of that team together, I think he probably plays better. Like that team had Mikal Bridges, bro. Like that team was good.
My goat.
And Matt Ishbia was like, you know what? I just want to get all my favorite players together, including Tony's favorite, Bradley Beal.
No.
Somebody go get the
How much of like DeAndre Ayton's development has been to like maybe the fault of his surroundings? Like, do you think that there is some
No.
I will
case?
no. So
Bad.
I think there is an there is an element of it because the Suns team that went to the finals blew up, like literally got demolished.
Giannis.
And then he went to the Blazers, which you're not going to do anything in Portland, respectfully. At that point, now they're getting better, but you know, last year,
Give me Donovan Klingon.
when he wasn't there, or when he was there, it just wasn't working. And you'd be lying if you said that this Lakers team is like fully functional.
It's not functioning at all.
It's not working
They
at
can't
max.
play defense, and Luka's the only good 3-point shooter on the team.
Mm-mm-mm.
And he doesn't even want to take the shot.
No, I think Reeves is a good 3-point shooter. He's just so checked out. He's so mad. I don't know if you saw him in the presser yesterday.
Guys,
I did see
He was
that.
like, I'm frustrated.
Wait, it's Lakers. It's Los Angeles. We need a Lakers reality show.
I agree. We should.
Do you know how much numbers that? Don't downplay that, Tony. Do you know? How
I thought
much,
it was gonna be this Price is Right like celebratory sound. That's what I thought.
Do you know how much money that would make people?
Dude,
and how funny and how much enjoyment
Well,
NBA fans
you'll
would
get
get
it.
out of it? You'd have people who don't watch the NBA watching that.
You're crazy if you think that they're not already getting footage for Braun's documentary. Like
They have to.
you'll see the footage in 10 years or whatever. But back to the Ayton thing, the situation isn't ideal, but at the end of the day, like this is also a pretty good opportunity for you to be dominating. Like the Lakers don't have another consistent inside, presence, and he just isn't meeting expectations. So I think part of it you can't say the situation has nothing to do with it, but it's not the driving reason why. At the end of the day, it comes down to want to, really. Does he want to be a dominant center alongside what Clint Capella said was two of the best floor generals in the league? And he's not. So
I think this is just like the most grim Macbeth level foreshadowing.
Macbeth.
that's a good
This is okay, because here's what's gonna happen in the offseason. Braun's most likely gone. Braun's been on his way out. We're phasing into the Luka era. We're super backcourt heavy at this point. Front court, the depth. We got DeAndre Ayton and Jackson Hayes. Oh my God. We have
That's all you need to say. Oh my God.
famous dunk contest participant Jackson Hayes.
Yeah, so I'm so glad that Jackson Hayes really made Los Angeles proud with that dunk,
Dude, I'll never forget. I won't forget
does
that.
that
I won't forget that. I won't forget that
forget it.
in-game. I won't forget that in-game East Bay dunk. That was iconic.
Never again. Will never be done again. The magic is gone.
He single-handedly probably killed the dunk contest and is probably why the Adam Silver commissionary is going to come in with the 1v1 contest now. So, I mean, thanks,
Dude,
Jackson
I'll
Hayes.
believe a 1v1
Thanks,
contest when I
Jackson
see it.
Hayes.
I'll believe it when I see it.
That low-key be lit,
These NBA
though.
players have too much pride. That's what I give props to.
Gosh.
I give props to the WNBA, or not a WNBA, but Unrivaled with the WNBA players. They did a one-on-one tournament. That was tough.
Dude, I
watched
remember
it.
who beat Brianna Stewart, but she was
Aaliyah Boston
yes,
did, yeah.
Boston beat Aaliyah Stewart, and she was. I mixed the names there for a second. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
She beat Stewart, and she was so shocked. She didn't know what to do. She hugged her afterwards, and she went back. She was like, "Why did I just hug her? I shouldn't have done that." It's so funny. The 1v1 could create so much generational content.
Dude,
It could create also just random number generator. Taurine Prince versus Killel Ware.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be a headliner?
full body chills.
Full body chills.
Well, also
Shivers down my spine.
Adam Silver said it himself once upon a time. He said the NBA is a highlights league. Like
He knows it.
You
It's-
want highlights 1v1 tournament. Like that's the best way. Like it's just.
Well,
It's
that's what
perfect.
the dunk contest should be, the highlights. But now even that's going away.
I think
so.
you know what it is. You know what it is. It's because dunking isn't as much of a novelty as it once was. I do think
More
that
people-
we're kind of
yeah.
running out of dunks to see. I think that is possible. But I think this would all change if you just let non-NBA players into the dunk contest. Because even 10 years ago, 15 years ago, dunking, it wasn't nearly as much of a profession as it is now. You don't have profession nowadays.
randos
You have a
dunking.
niche of basketball players that are just dunkers. They're not even
Mack
basketball.
McClung. It's
Well-
like first block on the resume.
Well, no. I'm not even talking
Professional
about. I'm not even
dunker.
talking about players that make it, like dudes that make it to the league. I'm talking about like
Oh.
street ball, like players.
Street ball dunk contest would be generational.
Like you look up. Oh my god, I'm blanking on his
That'd
name.
be so electric.
I'm blanking on his name, but there's one
Imagine
guy who's
MK
like
doing a MK doing a dunk contest.
what?
Do you know who MK is?
Maybe.
MK.
No.
He does like a lot of 1v1s like in like other countries.
Oh,
I don't know if
okay.
you've seen him.
Wait,
I can't say that I'm familiar, but
is it?
if you get
I
non-NBA
might know who you're
players,
talking about.
Yeah, he's usually a big trash talker in the street
Yes!
ball world.
like
yeah.
dunking has the art of dunking has changed to where now like it's a profession for some people. Get those people they focus
Yeah.
on all they focus on is dunking. That's their thing. Like bring those people in. Then you'll see real impressive
Do
stuff.
some like Tony Hawk, like crazy, like
Off the
triple
skateboard.
axle.
and you
like,
and you know what?
boom.
And
Get me Alyssa Liu dunking.
Exactly.
And you know, another part of it is that the players don't do it either, but or like the star players.
Dude,
don't
remember
do
when
it
like stars like Kobe were in the dunk contest? That
Yeah,
was crazy.
But Kobe Bryant did it before he was a household name.
Well,
That was
I
his
also
rookie or
think
second
like
season, one of
the
two.
issue is that talk is cheap. Last year we had two after Mack won it. Giannis, Ja, and Ant. They all said,
Bro, we all knew they were lying.
They all said, "Yo, I got to get on the dunk contest now." And then we had this one.
They were just rage baiting.
They
then
got
we had this one.
they got the whisper. There was like, "Yo, hype up next year, please." It's like, "Yeah, I got you," but like they're not doing it. Like
they're not
I
doing
mean,
Why don't they add a prize? Like
yeah,
like
no, you win-
$200,000.
You win cash prize. Mack McClung, like, has made like I think he said in like an interview, he's made like 3 times or something, or like half of his paycheck from just these contests alone, and he just
Well,
walks
yeah,
in,
that's-
wins 3 times out.
That's why it's great for him. what's Giannis gonna do with that's the drop in the pond for him. Whatever dunk contest money is, a drop in the pond.
It's not about the money, bro. It's about we're not playing. What Shador say? We're not playing for money. We're playing for the love of the game. Like
Giannis out of anybody should have done it because I want to see that windmill dunk in the dunk contest.
They should put Thanasis in the dunk contest. We should get it like a high level dunk contest, and then like Thanasis and like your dad.
dude, they already had random guys. in
You-
the dunk
you
contest
know what-
this year.
You know who had a great idea? Dr. Nikki.
What'd she say?
She said we need the opposite of the All-Star game for that weekend. We need the toilet bowl. We need the worst.
Yes!
We need the worst players in the NBA playing against each other.
So it depends on what worst would mean, because if that's just guys who get the least amount of minutes, then the bench warmer bowl, I mess with that. But if you're like, worst guys on defense, well then Jalen Brunson's out there, bro. Like,
Whoa. Do not insult Jalen Brunson.
He's one of the worst defenders in basketball.
I don't
brother.
care.
What about the
care.
turnover guy? That would just be Luka. Luka would
He
be on
does lead the
floor.
league in turnovers. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like that is
at
a
least
good idea.
Jalen Brunson's team is gonna do something unlike Luca's.
Thank you, Tony.
Yeah, they're gonna go. They're gonna make it to the second round and lose to the Pistons, dude.
We're
No.
first round exit. I already know. It's already foretold.
Don't talk to me about the Pistons. Don't bring up the Pistons'
The
name.
Detroit
Who's it
Pistons.
gonna be
I heard
to?
Cade Cunningham is.
No,
the Madison Square
no,
Garden
Who do you see?
boogeyman.
No one.
Don't say that.
Who do you see the Lakers losing to in the first round?
The
Oh, I
Nuggets.
can name
The Nuggets.
everyone.
It's gonna be the Nuggets
Nuggets.
again.
Every West team.
It's gonna be
Every
the,
single West team, maybe not the Warriors. Maybe.
well, you're not gonna play the Warriors.
One-
You'll play the Warriors in a play-in game. maybe.
play in.
But
Give
the
us
Warriors, the Warriors aren't getting a top 6 seed.
Wait, who's like on the cusp?
It's
You're playing the Nuggets.
Minnesota.
You're gonna play the Nuggets. You're gonna
You're
lose
gonna
in
either play
5.
Minnesota
Nuggets.
or you're gonna play Houston. in the
Oakland
first
Soldier alum Aaron Gordon is gonna come back and just roast.
Hey,
him.
I love AG. I love AG.
And
It's-
Braun can't beat Jokic, so.
Well, Jamal Murray is like Michael
worry.
Jordan when.
Don't worry, LeBron. We're good. We have DeAndre Ayton,
Oh.
rim protector,
Rim protector.
dominating. Right, sure. Okay.
Enough about that.
We have like a few minutes
Enough
left.
about dominating.
That was brutal. So I don't know about y'all, but a new Pokemon I don't know if anybody here is a Pokemon.
I'm
fan.
unfamiliar, but
They-
enlighten
Used to
me.
be. Let me tell you, I said this in production meeting. I used to be able to name every single Pokemon there was up until about Sun and Moons when I stopped.
That's
We got
impressive,
a
actually.
former pro here. So new starters just got
Retired.
revealed. I want your guys' reaction to them.
Okay.
They look fascinating.
Those I did see, and that's a great point. Fascinating. They look kind of cool. I have such a huge issue with them because they all look like recycled character designs of former starters, and they all just look like different variants. It looks like different Marvel World variants of the same ones. The fire one looks like the other. It's like a dog. They just
The
swapped.
Pomeranian.
They just swapped a dog and a cat because the last one was a cat, a fire cat. They swapped that. They did a second like grass bird who also looks like an owl. I could be wrong about that, but they both look like grass owls. And then there's like a gecko, and they've done a water frog.
Enlighten me here.
So yeah, this is
Look at this.
this is what we're looking at. That's the water amphibian they had two games ago.
These are the same. Yo, the birds you cannot tell me are the same thing.
They
just
threw-
like they reversed colors.
They threw his eyebrow from his tie. They just like
Now he's
put
got
that up
eyes,
there.
got big brows, and that thing's literally just the cat but in dog version. And those two are the same animals.
You know,
Wait a
I've
minute.
always have love for this series in my heart for
He
this
doesn't know what I'm
franchise.
talking about. He's like,
No.
But, like-
I'm still stuck on that. They made his bow tie, his eyebrows.
right?
Like,
Oh my god, bro.
Dude, those are the same.
I
thing.
can't unsee that.
No,
Well,
especially the water and grass.
no,
those are the same.
Well,
thing.
no, they're different color. Like it's a different shade of green, but I see like you can't say they didn't. draw
One's like
inspiration.
a
Because they're
one's like
running
a-
out of ideas.
I mean,
love
can you
Pokemon.
can
They're
you
running out of
blame them?
ideas,
Can you
man.
blame them? How many Pokemon are there at this
That's
point?
the point.
Over
There's-
1,000.
Wait,
Yeah.
the region? Awesome. They killed the region, but they're running out of ideas for actual Pokemon themselves.
Well, you know what? You know
The
what?
well's running really dry.
Well, yeah. So I don't know. I grew up. I used to play on the old Nintendo DS. I'm talking
Ooh,
about
I love the
before
DS.
the 3D.
Like, I'm
I love the
Before
DS.
I'm
the
talking about. I'm talking
3D.
about. I'm talking about the original DS. I'm talking about like 2008, 2009.
Oh yeah.
Like I used to
Yep.
play. I used to play.
Yep.
And no,
Yep.
that was when the old DS had the Game Boy thing at the bottom of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I had the Game Boy Pokemon Fire Red. I used to play that as a kid, dude. Don't disrespect me and my little 70 Charizard, bro. Like
Shoot.
I'll never forget him.
Well, all we can do is really just hope that.
Wait. So
they write the shit.
are we not messing with this? We're not.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
All right. I sorry. I
We
just
can
wanna-
do better than that.
I say we like I have a say in that.
Give us like a I don't know, something crazy, like a mythical like creature, but like a small mythical.
I do want to see the
They should make
legendary.
you. They should make you one.
Dude,
Like make you a Pokemon.
Dude, come on. I've heard they put me into the Chinese New Year calendar. Something good.
I knew you were gonna say that. You're 5 years out, brother. Don't worry.
Dude,
Well-
I've been looking for job applications at the zoo to see if they need goats.
Shut up. And wrap this up. Wrap this up. Wrap this unction up.
Well, I hope everyone here enjoyed today's episode show. We're now dubbing it the Unction, and I hope everyone here. Thank you guys so much for coming on. It was so lovely to have former Talk of Troy legend and
I just used to run it, bro. I'll run it.
I'll run it. And
Friend of the program.
friend of the
whatever you wanna say.
program.
I was gonna say he's still around.
Go check out everything.
Go check out Sports Scene.
Oh yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week on Monday.